Bro, Andrew Tate just walked into a courtroom in chains. Not metaphorically, literally handcuffed, shackled, wearing a tan jail uniform instead of one of his tailored suits. No cap, this is the same guy who's been telling the world for years he's untouchable. But wait for it, because the number of charges stacked against him right now isn't just bad, it's the kind of number that changes what his entire future looks like. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're gonna understand exactly what Andrew Tate is actually facing, and it's way worse than most people realize. Okay, so let's set the scene. For over a year, Andrew Tate has been dodging this exact moment, living in Dubai, living in Romania, flying private jets specifically to avoid landing anywhere in Europe where he could get picked up. And then he made the one move nobody expected. He set up shop in Miami, bought a reported $15 million penthouse, felt comfortable enough to walk around in public, do interviews, go to boxing events, because he believed his relationship with Donald Trump made him bulletproof in the US. That confidence lasted right up until US Marshals showed up and ended it. So here's what's actually on the table right now, bro. British prosecutors have confirmed the total charge count against Andrew and Tristan Tate has climbed to 59 charges combined. Andrew alone is facing additional rape, sex trafficking charges, and charges tied to indecent images of a child. Tristan is facing his own set, including rape and trafficking-related counts. The alleged offenses reportedly span 2010 to 2017, and prosecutors say there are now 7 alleged victims total. Here's where it gets crazy. In that Miami courtroom, Andrew Tate wasn't dressed like the guy from his YouTube videos. He was in cuffs, in jail clothes, sitting there while a US magistrate laid out exactly what comes next. His lawyer stood up and immediately called the whole case, quote, filth and slander. And UK charges like these, if they ever result in a conviction, carry some of the most serious sentencing in British law. Rape and trafficking offenses at this level can carry life imprisonment. That's not me speculating for views, bro. That's just what those specific charges legally carry under UK law if proven in court.
Both Tate brothers were just arrested in Miami. Now, before heading to the bare knuckle event that Andrew was co-hosting, the US Marshals pulled up on them and arrested them on the spot, and they were arrested because the United Kingdom has formally requested their extradition to face criminal charges. Now, they both are facing multiple charges, and you can read down below what they are. Obviously very serious allegations, and these are related to conduct that happened between 2010 and 2017, and this is separate from the long-running Romanian case that began in 2022, which they were allowed to travel after that. But the UK had an outstanding extradition request for both brothers, and they are obviously denying the allegations and intend to fight the charges, and are now expected to appear in federal court in Miami. I guess the Matrix is still after these guys.
Now naturally, the reactions online split hard. You had commentators pointing out that his own lawyer admitted the odds of the brothers walking out of that hearing were, quote, slim to none. Other creators were more cautious, reminding people that an extradition hearing isn't a trial, and being charged isn't the same as being convicted. That's the fair take, and it's the right one. But even people who've defended Tate through basically everything before this, Romania, the first wave of UK charges, all of it, were noticeably quiet on this one, because the charge sheet this time isn't just longer, it's more specific. Now let's talk about what Tate's actually dealing with, bro. In his own posts, he says he's only had rec time 3 times in his first 10 days, with 7 full days locked in his cell around the clock. He describes being held in the SHU, no commissary, no phone calls, no yard time. And now we know from his lawyer why. It's not random. It's to keep him separated from the general population for his own safety. Whatever you think about the charges, sitting in near total isolation for weeks before anything's even been proven in court is brutal either way. And the detail about indecent images of a child is the one line that's turned even his most loyal defenders silent.
Now, I don't want this to be some conspiracy theory. I just want people to give me comments I just want people to give me answers in the comments. Andrew and Tristan Tate. I'll tell you what I know. I'm just going to tell you what I know, because this is all I know. Now, I followed him for about 2 years, yeah? Watch his little clips, watch what he does, and all his little fucking shit he says for about 2 years. He went to jail in Romania, and then he got out of jail in Romania. And the last time I ever heard anything, he was going to America. This is probably, I don't know, it's got to be 6 months ago, surely, at least 6 months ago. I haven't seen him on the internet since. And I literally was thinking to myself about 2 weeks ago, I said, I haven't seen him for ages. And it popped into my mind. I didn't really ask anyone. I was just, and then literally yesterday, Andrew and Tristan Tate have been detained in America and by the UK, all this. I was like, I haven't seen him on the internet for about 6 months. Could someone tell me in the comment section, have you seen him on the internet for the last 6 months and what they've been doing? Because I haven't, and I haven't heard nothing from him. I wonder if anyone else has. There's something not right about this, man. And I just seen a clip on Instagram of him getting escorted off a plane by one woman police officer, some like nice blonde woman. I was like, fucking, looks AI to be honest. But listen, let me know what you think in the comments, guys.
But here's where it actually gets wild, bro. Stay with me, because Tate's legal team isn't just fighting the charges themselves. They're arguing the arrest shouldn't have even happened yet. His lawyers claim there was basically an understanding between the UK and Romania that Britain wouldn't push for extradition while the Romanian case was still active. And Romania's case against the Tates has been open since December 2022. So the argument is basically, you jumped the line. Meanwhile, the Justice Department is pushing back hard, saying the arrest wasn't some rogue decision by a low-level official. It was approved at the top. That's a direct contradiction, and it's setting up a legal fight that's bigger than just Andrew Tate. It's two governments and a federal agency all disagreeing on the record about how this arrest even happened in the first place. Now here's the part people keep skipping past, bro. Everyone's focused on the arrest itself, but nobody's really sitting with what a conviction on these specific charges would actually mean. In the UK, human trafficking and rape charges at this level aren't treated like minor offenses. Judges have handed down life sentences for exactly this combination of charges before. Not probation, not a fine, life. And Tate isn't just facing one count of something, he's facing dozens, stacked across two separate victims groups, in two different countries, with two separate legal systems both actively building cases against him at the same time. That's the part that should actually worry his team more than the extradition fight itself. Because even if his lawyers somehow slow down the US extradition, even if they win an argument about jumping the Romania timeline, the UK case doesn't just disappear. It's still sitting there, still active, still building. No cap, this is the first time in this entire saga where Andrew Tate doesn't have an obvious escape route left. No new country to fly to. No more travel bans to get lifted.
Andrew Tate got arrested in Miami. Okay, so Andrew Tate got arrested at this event for like fanatics, and him and his brother both got arrested. Like they walked out of the building and they were like, going to your mind. And apparently, did you see what he was wearing when he got arrested? This is so embarrassing. This is the worst part about getting arrested, is what he was wearing. Like, that's actually the worst part he's wearing. Let me show you. Okay, so this is Andrew Tate over here on the left. Okay, this is Andrew Tate. And then they're saying you can shop the look, and they have this image of a person in the same outfit. And I hate to say, but the girl in the picture, she is mogging him hard. But don't worry, it gets worse. It gets worse. Guess who was there? SpongeBob. SpongeBob SquarePants was there for the whole thing. I really don't know what the worst part about the whole thing is. I'm pretty sure it is the outfit, but it could be the SpongeBob part. It's just so bad all the way around. Did you see this? What do you think about it? Let me know.
Just a courtroom, a judge, and a stack of charges that isn't getting any smaller. So where does this actually leave things? Right now, both brothers remain in federal detention in Miami. No bail, no release. The next hearing is already scheduled, and that's when we'll find out whether extradition to the UK is actually going to happen. Andrew Tate is publicly confident. His lawyers are publicly aggressive. But the math here doesn't lie, bro. 59 combined charges, 7 alleged victims, charges that legally carry the possibility of life imprisonment if this ever gets to trial and results in conviction. This isn't the same fight he's walked away from before. Whether he beats it or not, we're actually going to find out in a courtroom this time, not on Twitter. Anyway, this concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to LoafTube for future celebrity videos, and turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Until then, see you in the next one.